Здравствуйте. Hello and welcome to the Russian language class. In the last class, we had discussed prepositional case and the prepositions were and na. So, before moving on to the topics that we are going to learn today, let us quickly revise the topics that we have learned in the last lesson. We had discussed the prepositions were and na while discussing the prepositional case. Were and na, both the prepositions mean in, on or at, but their uses are different. With certain nouns we use only were and with certain nouns we use only na. Were is used mostly with the places and certain parts of the building. For example, Universitete, at the university. Vavjitori, at the classroom or in the classroom. Vinji, as you can see, India is the name of the country. So, with country also we use were. Now, let us come to na. Na is also used with certain nouns with a fixed meaning. Na is used with the nouns denoting the workplaces. For example, zavod. Zavod is factory. So, na is used with na zavode at the factory. Na fabrike, fabrike is mill. Na uroke, uroke is class. So, at the class we will use na uroke. Na lekci, as you can see uroke и lekci, they are the events. So, with the name of events we use the preposition na. Other than these prepositions, in the last class we have also discussed that certain nouns, masculine nouns, take the ending u in the prepositional case and that u is always stressed. For example, shkafu. So, shkaf, instead of taking ye at the end, it takes u which is stressed, shkafu. Shkaf, as you already know, it is cupboard. So, in the cupboard. Vuglu, ugal, ugal is corner. So, with ugal also we use u instead of ye, vuglu, in the corner. The same way, airport, lies, goat, most, bierek. Airport, you already know, airport is airport. Lies, forest, goat, ear, most, bridge, bierek, bierek is bank. So, with all these nouns we use u which is stressed. So, after were we will use vera partu, vlissu, vgadu, na mastu, most, na mastu on the bridge, na birigu. So, we have certain nouns which take u in the prepositional case instead of ye, and in all those nouns in the prepositional case that u is stressed. So, let us move on to the first topic that we are going to do today. In this lesson we will learn two very important verbs which are жить, жить is to live, and писать, писать is to write. As you already know that to live and to write are very important actions. So, let us do the conjugation of жить first. So, how do we conjugate жить? It has a similar conjugation as we have done with читать and понимать, гулять. So, that is ye conjugation, that is how we call it. So, how do we conjugate жить? Я живу, я живу. As you can see here we have added this extra consonant v. So, this v is added to the stem and then we use u, живу, and if the stem ends with v which is a consonant, we do not use u. So, instead of u we use u. So, here живу, я живу, ты живешь, я живу, I live, ты живешь, you live, он она живет, he or she lives. Mi żywią, we live. Wy żywiacie, you formal or plural, you, we żywiacie. Ani żywut, they live. So, what do we use after this verb? I live, you live, we live. Certainly, we will use the prepositional case, were and then name of the place. For example, я живу в Индии, I live in India. Я живу в городе, я живу в городе, I live in a city. Он живет тоже в городе, он тоже живет в городе, he also lives in a city. At the same way, студенты живут в общежитии, студенты живут в общежитии, в общежитии in the hostel. So, students live in a hostel. So, this is how we conjugate this verb жить. So, let us move on to the second verb, which is писать, which means to write. So, how do we conjugate писать? Я пишу, я пишу. So, same way here, as you can see, the stem ends with sh, which is a consonant. So, again we have not used you, we have used u. Я пишу, ты пишешь, я пишу, I write, ты пишешь, you write, он, она пишет, he or she writes. Мы пишем, вы пишете, они пишут. Let's do it once again. Я пишу, ты пишешь, он, она пишет, мы пишем, вы пишете, они пишут. So, for example, я читаю, а он пишет. Я читаю, I read, and he writes. Я читаю, а он пишет. Мы пишем стихи. Мы пишем стихи. We write rhymes or poems. Они читают и пишут по-русски. Они читают и пишут по-русски. They read and write in Russian. So, we have already seen how do we conjugate the verbs жить and писать, to live and to write. Я живу, ты живешь, он, она живет, мы живем, вы живете, они живут. Я пишу, ты пишешь, он, она пишет, мы пишем, вы пишете, они пишут. In this lesson as well, we will continue with the prepositional case, but here in this lesson we will not repeat the prepositions that we have done in the previous lessons. We will start a new preposition, which is a. It is written o, but it is pronounced as a, which means about. So, how do we ask questions? About whom and about what? About whom is a comb. A comb, as you can easily guess, that this comb is the prepositional case form of kto, which is used to denote animate nouns. A comb, about whom. And a chum. Chum has been derived from что, which is used to denote inanimate nouns. A chum is about what, about whom and about what. And how do we use a? So, after this preposition also we are supposed to use prepositional case of the nouns. For example, о ком вы разговариваете? О ком вы разговариваете? Разговаривать, it is a verb which means to talk about. О ком вы разговариваете? What will it mean? It means you are talking about whom, or who are you talking about? So, how do we answer? since the question is a comb, so we are supposed to use an animate noun. That is why the answer would be any of the animate nouns. अद्रुगे, अकोम विरसगवारी वयचे या रसगवारी वयु अद्रुगे or simply अद्रुगे. So, I have written only the short answer to this question. अकोम विरसगवारी वयचे अद्रुगे. Next question. Achiom ti raskazivayesh. Achiom ti raskazivayesh. Raskazivach is to narrate or to tell. So, what are you narrating or what are you telling about? Achiom ti raskazivayesh. So, again, since the question is achiom, which means we have to use an inanimate noun. So, in the answer, what will you use? Inanimate noun in the prepositional case. So, here I have written a film. Film is an inanimate noun. A film ya raskazivayu a film. So, I am narrating about a film or I am telling about a film. I have written some more verbs here. For example, rasgavarivach is already used here. Raskazivach is also used here. Rasgavarivach, as I have already told you, is to talk about. Raskazivach is to narrate about something, and apart from these two verbs, this is pomnich. Pomnich is to remember. Pomnich is conjugated like we conjugated the verb gavarit, which is each conjugation. Ya pomnyu, ti pomnish, onana pomnit, mi pomnim, vi pomnice, ani pomnyat. So, this is typical each conjugation. And spaminach. Spaminach is to recollect or to remember. So, after these four verbs, normally we use akom or achiom. So, that is we use the nouns in the prepositional case with the preposition a. So, let us repeat it once again. Rasgavarivach, raskazivach, pomnit and spaminach. Spaminach, raskazivach and rasgavarivach, they are conjugated in the same way as chitach, panimach and other ach verbs. So far we have discussed only about nouns in the prepositional case. So, in this lesson we will discuss about the personal pronouns. How do they change their form in the prepositional case? So, as you already know, this ya, on, me, ani, ti, ana, vi, they are personal pronouns in the nominative case. So, what happens when they are used in the prepositional case? See here, I have written the nominative case form of the personal pronouns and then their equivalent in the prepositional case. I have written in the bracket the preposition a also, so that you remember that these are the prepositional case forms of the personal pronouns. Ya becomes mnye. Ya becomes mnye in the prepositional case, and as you can see, this a has changed to a ba. So, this you need to memorize, because this happens with mnye only. Aba mnye is about me. Ti, there is you in the nominative case, becomes chibye in the prepositional case. A chibye, about you. Ya aba mnye, ti a chibye. On a nyom. On a nyom. Again you can see that we have added an extra consonant, which is n, a nyom. So, what happens is that when the pronoun starts with a vowel, which is yo, we add a consonant in the beginning. A nyom, about him. On a nyom. Ana, she, in the nominative case, becomes a nyei, about her. A nyom, a nyei, about him and about her. Next is me, first person plural number. Me is we. So, what happens with me in the prepositional case? It changes to nas, about us. We is you, second person plural in the nominative case, becomes was, about you, formal or plural. We was about you. And the last is ani, third person plural number, they. So, what happens with ani? It becomes a nich. So, again we are doing the same thing, we are adding an extra consonant n before ich to avoid the two vowels coming together. A nich, about them. So, let us repeat them once again. Ya abamnie, ti achibie, on anyom, ana anyei, mi anas, we avas, ani anih. For example, eta nasha pripada vachalnitsa, eta nasha pripada vachalnitsa. This is our teacher, female teacher, pripada vachalnitsa. Mi razgavari vayam anyai, we are talking about her. So, here anyai denotes pripada vachalnitsa. Eta nasha pripada vachalnitsa, mi razgavari vayam anyai. Eta mai rajichili, mi razgavari vayam anih. Eta mai rajichili, these are our parents, mi razgavari vayam anih. So, we are talking about them. So, these are few of the examples of personal pronouns being used in the prepositional case. So, let us move on to the next topic. So, in this part we will learn about some masculine nouns which are also used to denote both the sexes, for masculine as well as for feminine nouns. For example, vrach, we have done this word before, vrach is doctor. Doktor, again a doctor, but a PhD holder. So, a PhD holder in Russian is called doktor. Vrach, doktor, professor is professor, director, director, engineer, programmist is software engineer, cosmonaut, astronaut or cosmonaut, secretar, secretary. So, you can see that all these nouns denote occupation or profession in Russian. So, the nouns which denote the occupation and profession can be used for both the genders, for masculine as well as for feminine nouns. For example, on vrach, Anatoshe vrach, on vrach, he is a doctor, Anatoshe vrach, she is also a doctor. So, as you can see, on and ana is used with vrach. So, we have not changed the form of vrach. So, for male and female doctor, we have the same word which is vrach. Same way, doktor is used for male doctor or a female doctor. Professor, director, engineer, programmist, cosmonaut and secretar, they are also used for male as well as female counterpart. So, you have to memorize these words and you have to remember that these are used to denote the person of both the sexes. So, I will repeat them once again: vrach, doctor, engineer, doctor or a PhD holder, programmist, software engineer, professor, cosmonaut, astronaut or cosmonaut, director, and secretary. So, I will conclude this lesson with a text now. So, I will read out the text, please listen to the text carefully and try to understand the meaning. I will be telling you the meaning also. So, let us start. Minya zavut Mohan. Minya zavut Mohan. My name is Mohan. Это мой друг Андрей. Это мой друг Андрей. This is my friend Andrei or Andrei. Andrei is a Russian name. Он русский. Он русский. He is a Russian. Он очень хорошо говорит по-русски. Он очень хорошо говорит по-русски. He speaks Russian very well. Он тоже хорошо говорит по-английски и по-испански. Он тоже хорошо говорит по-английски и по-испански. He also speaks English and Spanish very well. So, I will read the text once again without any break. Меня зовут Мохан. Это мой друг Андрей. Он русский. Он очень хорошо говорит по-русски. Он тоже хорошо говорит по-английски и по-испански. Он инженер. Он работает на фабрике. Он часто вспоминает о семье, об отце, о маме и о сестре. Он любит свою мать и отец. Он часто рассказывает о маме и папе. Андрей думает о жизни в Индии, поэтому сейчас он учит язык хинди. So, what all we have learned today? We have learned two very important verbs, jit and pisat. In addition to that, we continued with our prepositional case and the personal pronouns in prepositional case and the preposition a, which is about. In addition to that, we also did some masculine nouns which denote the persons of both the sexes, and we concluded with the text. Thank you. Spasiba. До свидания.